Throughout Jurassic Park's history, there has been one dinosaur that everybody has kind of remembered, and that is the Gallimimus. The reason I say kind of is because it's not as famous as dinosaurs like the Triceratops, the Stegosaurus, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the likes of those. However, it is still a dinosaur that has been around since the very beginning, and has been a very prominent one at that. Despite the fact that they are the largest ornithomimid, not a lot of people really remember the Gallimimus for being large at all. In fact, it's usually seen as fodder by most people. Even in the beginning, apparently a Gallimimus was taken down by a Tyrannosaurus Rex all the way back in Jurassic Park in 1993. Part of the fact that they are somewhat underlooked probably comes from how Ingen created them, because these are actually much smaller than they were in real life. The Ingen Gallimimus can get up to about 15 feet long, while in real life estimates range to 20 feet. However, as Dr. Alan Grant himself has even put it before, these are very interesting creatures, being very bird-like in their behaviors. Gallimimuses work in a very tightly knit community where each of them has a role to play in their specific herd. For example, this one is being the lookout right now. Some members are specifically meant to take after the young, other members are specifically meant to sort through food that they can eat. Yes, there is actual member status for that. Another interesting thing is the variety of colors that Gallimimuses come in. For example, most of them are brown, however, some have been spotted with colors like this one, being purple, blue, and red. This color palette of Gallimimus is known as the sunset hue. Other colors have varied to green, yellow, and even gray, but no sort of difference is seen within the herd depending on what color you are. Gallimimuses instead work as a hierarchy of status quo. Essentially, if you provide more for the herd, you are seen as a higher member of the herd. This one is doing her job of foraging, meaning that she is probably a higher status member. Also, instead of having alphas of the herd, they instead have a community of higher status members who are seen as the leaders of that herd. I bet you didn't come into this video thinking that you would see a community run by Gallimimuses, did you? Gallies do have some aggressive tendencies though. It's thought that they could easily stampede over people if they really wanted to, but generally they are fairly nice to people. In fact, lots of them have gotten close to humans. To be fair though, Gallimimuses have kind of had to adapt to humans. These are the most widely spread dinosaur out of the ones that we know escaped from the Lockwood Manor, so contact with people is kind of inevitable. This herd was found in a prairie in Greece, and this just shows you how far these creatures have actually spread since 2018. In fact, they are so widespread that Gallimimus is the only known dinosaur to live in every single current dinosaur reserve. From the now defunct Biosyn facility all the way to the Colorado Dinosaur Preserve, Gallimimuses are everywhere. But I hope this video has shown you guys that Gallimimuses are more than just fodder for other predators. They're quite the distinct dinosaur, and despite the fact that Ingen kind of gave them the underhand, they are still quite popular and they are thriving. I also hope you guys have enjoyed these herbivorous episodes, because now we're going back to carnivores. And on that note, if something chases you, run.